Welcome to Secret Scrolls, unlocking the universe's ancient mysteries.
Since the dawn of time, humanity has searched for ways to escape the burdens of reality, to silence the restless mind, and momentarily forget its troubles. Among the many doors we've unlocked to achieve this, one has become the most widespread and celebrated alcohol. But what if I told you that beyond the clinking glasses and celebratory toasts lies a hidden cost, one that goes far beyond your body and into the very essence of your spirit? Today, alcohol serves as both the spark for joy and the fuel for sorrow, the gateway to inspiration and the path to oblivion. Despite its mass production, promotion, and near-universal acceptance, few pause to question its deeper effects. What does alcohol truly do to your spirit? In this video, we'll uncover the spiritual consequences of drinking alcohol, what ancient traditions, spiritual masters, and hidden wisdom reveal about this seemingly harmless drink. Prepare to see alcohol in a way you've never imagined before. For centuries, alcohol has been a substance that humans have revered, feared, and misunderstood. While it is often seen as a gateway to celebration and temporary escape, its spiritual consequences run far deeper than most realize. Today, we're diving into the hidden truth about alcohol, its ancient origins, and how it impacts not just the body and mind, but the essence of your soul. This is knowledge that could forever change the way you view drinking. The origin of alcohol. The history of alcohol is far more than just the tale of a substance. It's a story deeply intertwined with humanity's quest for transcendence, alchemy, and a connection with the divine. To truly understand its significance, we must journey back to the roots of its etymology. Al-Kuhul, an Arabic term with profound meaning. Originally, Al-Kuhul referred to a fine powder used as a cosmetic to darken the eyes, what we now know as kohl. But for ancient alchemists, the term represented far more than just a cosmetic. It symbolized something intangible, the very essence of a substance, the spirit captured through the process of distillation. In fact, the word Al-Kuhul can be translated as body-eating spirit, an idea that profoundly reflects its alchemical roots. Alcohol, to the alchemists, was the volatile essence separated from raw matter, a distillation of the soul of a substance. This is likely why, even today, we refer to alcoholic beverages as spirits alcohol in ancient civilizations. The use of alcohol as a fermented drink dates back thousands of years. Civilizations like the Sumerians, Egyptians, and Greeks saw alcohol as a divine gift. In ancient Mesopotamia, beer and wine were offered to the gods during rituals. In Egypt, wine was associated with Osiris, the god of renewal and fertility. For the Greeks, wine was sacred to Dionysus, the god of ecstasy and divine madness. While these cultures celebrated alcohol as a means of connecting with the divine, their sages often warned of its dual nature. Wine could illuminate the soul, but could just as easily obscure reason and invite chaos. In Islamic tradition, the term al-kuhul evolved to specifically denote alcohol extracted through distillation. Though Islam prohibited alcoholic beverages, Muslim alchemists refined the distillation process as a scientific art. The renowned Arab alchemist Jabir ibn Hayyan, known in the West as Geber, was among the first to document this technique, laying the foundation for alcohol as we know it today. The spiritual effects of alcohol. Despite its revered origins, alcohol's role in modern society has shifted dramatically. No longer seen as a tool for spiritual connection, it has become a substance that often severs us from our higher selves. Alcohol does more than alter the mind and body. It interacts directly with the human energy field, or aura. In spiritual traditions, the aura is described as the vibrational field surrounding the body, reflecting one's spiritual vitality. When alcohol enters the body, it destabilizes this energy field, creating tears or gaps that leave the individual vulnerable to negative influences. Rudolf Steiner, the founder of anthroposophy, argued that alcohol weakens the spiritual self, leaving the psyche open to harmful forces. These energetic disruptions can attract what some spiritual traditions call thought forms, astral larvae, or even entities that feed on addiction. In Spiritism, they are known as obsessing spirits. This weakening of the aura disconnects us from our higher self, the divine spark within that guides and protects us. Instead of remaining grounded and centered, we become scattered, like a ship lost at sea. This is why many people report feeling emotionally unstable, mentally confused, or spiritually drained after heavy alcohol consumption. Impact on the chakras and energy centers. Alcohol's influence extends to the chakras, the body's energy centers. It overstimulates the root chakra, which is linked to earthly pleasures and survival, while simultaneously weakening the crown chakra, which connects us to higher consciousness. This imbalance pulls us toward material desires, distancing us from spiritual truth. Great spiritual masters have always warned of this. The Yoga Sutras emphasize the importance of purity in body and mind for attaining higher states of consciousness. Paramahansa Yogananda, in his autobiography of a yogi, stated that alcohol dims the light of the spirit, obscuring the clarity needed for true spiritual realization. Even modern neuroscience supports this, showing that alcohol reduces activity in the frontal lobes, the part of the brain responsible for conscious decision-making, introspection, and higher reasoning. In spiritual terms, this dulls the connection to our higher self, leaving us more susceptible to lower vibrations and impulsive behavior. The energetic ripple in collective spaces. The effects of alcohol aren't confined to the individual, they extend to collective environments. When many people drink in the same space, such as at parties or large gatherings, their energies mix uncontrollably. This creates a dense, chaotic vibration that often lowers the collective frequency of the environment. Behavior becomes more primal, and the space feels heavier and less harmonious. This is why many spiritual traditions advise against frequenting places where alcohol consumption is prevalent. It's not just about avoiding personal harm, it's about recognizing the risks alcohol poses to the collective energy field. Restoring balance and spiritual vitality. The good news is that human energy is incredibly resilient. Through spiritual practices such as meditation, Reiki, yoga, and conscious energy work, it's possible to repair the damage caused by alcohol to the energy field. These practices can help restore balance, strengthen the aura, and realign you with your higher self. Ultimately, the choice to consume alcohol is deeply personal, but understanding its spiritual impact empowers you to make more conscious decisions. Ask yourself, is the fleeting pleasure of a drink worth the disconnection it causes from your essence? By embracing awareness and aligning your choices with your true nature, you can transcend material impulses and reconnect with the divine spark within you. The veil of illusion. Why are we drawn to alcohol? For centuries, alcohol has been celebrated in rituals, embraced as a social lubricant, and sought as a means of escape. But what is it about this substance that makes it so irresistible? Despite its well-known harmful effects, why do we still reach for it, as if it holds the key to relief or freedom? At the heart of this attraction lies a profound truth, a disconnection from our true nature. Since ancient times, humanity has sought ways to transcend the limitations of the body and mind. The pursuit of immediate pleasure and the desire to escape existential pain are deeply ingrained in the human condition. Alcohol, it seems, offers a shortcut, a magical elixir that promises to lift life's burdens and transport us to a fleeting state of ecstasy. But this is only an illusion, the false promise of freedom. Alcohol intoxicates not only the body but also the mind and spirit. It creates a temporary awakening, a sensation that our fears, anxieties, and insecurities are melting away. For a brief moment, confidence grows, courage builds, and life feels lighter. The shy boy suddenly feels brave enough to speak to the girl he admires. The anxious heart feels calm. But these sensations are deceiving. They are fleeting, ephemeral, and hollow. Alcohol tricks us into believing we are free, while in reality we are drifting further from our true essence. In Hermetic tradition, humanity is seen as being in constant pursuit of unus mundus, the primordial unity, a state of wholeness and harmony with the cosmos. Yet, by turning to alcohol to fill the inner void, we make a grave mistake. We seek unity and solace outside ourselves in something physical, consumable, and inherently depleting. Alcohol offers a false link to wholeness, but that link always breaks, leaving us emptier and more disconnected than before. The wisdom of ancient sages. What we truly seek is not in a bottle, nor in any external source. It lies within us. It is a reconnection with our inner divinity, the peace and completeness that cannot be found through fleeting pleasures or temporary escapes. Ancient sages have warned of this illusion for millennia. Plato, in the Republic, described the soul's ascent as a process of liberation from the illusions of the physical world. Lao Tzu, in the Tao Te Ching, taught that true peace is achieved by living in harmony with the natural flow of life, not through indulgence or excess. Both philosophers pointed to the same truth. Freedom, enlightenment, and fulfillment come not from external substances or distractions, but through inner stillness and alignment with the higher self. The psychological cycle of escape. On a psychological level, alcohol perpetuates a cycle of dependency. People often turn to alcohol not purely for pleasure, but as a way to cope with stress, anxiety, and emotional pain. Its sedative effects provide temporary solace, acting as a release valve for life's pressures. But this relief is superficial. It only delays the inevitable confrontation with our inner shadows. Rather than resolving the pain or addressing the root causes of suffering, alcohol conceals them, creating a destructive cycle of escape and return to emptiness. True healing comes from facing these inner struggles head-on, not masking them. Alcohol merely numbs the pain temporarily, but in doing so, it deepens the wounds it was meant to soothe. The path to true freedom. True freedom and happiness are not found in indulgence, nor in complete denial, but in rediscovering our inner balance. To reconnect with our essence, we must shift our focus inward to nurture peace, stillness, and self-awareness. The question is not about the act of drinking itself, but rather why you feel the need to drink. What are you running from? What is it about reality that you wish to escape? By addressing these deeper questions, we can lift the veil of illusion that alcohol creates. Instead of seeking fleeting happiness in external substances, we can uncover the eternal peace that resides within us, waiting to be rediscovered. Mystical accounts and spiritual warnings. In Vedic traditions, alcohol is considered a substance that diminishes sattva, the quality of purity, harmony, and balance essential for spiritual growth. The Bhagavad Gita teaches that a calm and balanced mind is necessary to access higher states of consciousness. Anything that disrupts this balance, such as alcohol, becomes an obstacle on the spiritual path. According to these teachings, alcohol increases rajas, restless passion, and tamas, ignorance and darkness, destabilizing the mind and weakening a person's ability to meditate, introspect, or maintain inner peace. Similarly, Buddha warned of intoxicating substances in his teachings on the Noble Eightfold Path. To him, anything that clouds the mind becomes a hindrance to spiritual progress. Alcohol disconnects us from the clarity required to perceive ultimate truth, making the path to nirvana harder to navigate. This is why many Buddhist communities avoid alcohol entirely, viewing it as a barrier to enlightenment. alchemy and the dual nature of alcohol. In Hermetic and alchemical traditions, alcohol has always been seen as a substance of duality. It is a powerful tool, capable of extracting the essence of materials and transforming raw substances. However, it also represents the dangers of illusion. To ancient alchemists, alcohol symbolized both illumination and the risk of losing oneself in the material world. Reckless use of alcohol, they warned, could degrade the energy body, creating vulnerabilities on subtle planes of existence and opening the door to negative influences. Rumi and the Sufi perspective. In Sufi traditions, the great mystical poet Rumi often spoke of wine as a metaphor. He described the wine of divine love, which intoxicates the soul with God's presence. However, Rumi also cautioned against literal wine, believing it distracted seekers from the true path of awakening. For the Sufis, real ecstasy comes not from external substances, but through spiritual connection, a state of union with the divine that far surpasses any fleeting pleasure offered by alcohol. Christianity and the sacred symbol of wine. In Christianity, alcohol occupies a unique place. Wine is central to the Eucharist, symbolizing Christ's blood and the new covenant between God and humanity. However, early Christian leaders and saints warned of the dangers of excess. Saint Augustine, for example, described drunkenness as a form of self-destruction. He believed that overindulgence in alcohol separated the soul from divine grace and distracted believers from prayer and introspection. For Augustine, moderation was essential for maintaining a life of spiritual alignment. Shamanic beliefs and energetic vulnerabilities. In shamanic traditions, alcohol is often seen as a substance that weakens the light body, the energetic shield that keeps an individual balanced with the universe. Many shamans warn that alcohol lowers vibrations, opening the door to parasitic energies or negative entities that feed on the chaotic frequencies caused by intoxication. This belief echoes through various mystical traditions, which see alcohol as a substance that disrupts the alignment between the physical and spiritual realms. This alignment, often referred to as the axis mundi, is the central pillar that enables us to navigate both dimensions. When it is broken, we lose access to intuition, clarity, and higher states of consciousness. The thin line between ecstasy and degradation. Not all spiritual accounts condemn alcohol entirely. Some masters acknowledge that in carefully controlled ritualistic contexts, alcohol can serve as a tool for altered states of perception. However, they emphasize that this must be done with pure intentions, utmost respect, and under the guidance of a spiritual teacher. Without these safeguards, the line between spiritual ecstasy and energetic degradation becomes dangerously thin, the pursuit of balance and self-mastery. The Greek philosopher Socrates famously said that self-mastery is the key to a virtuous life. To him, balance was the foundation of all spiritual and philosophical practice. By indulging in alcohol without restraint, we abandon this self-mastery and open ourselves to forces that cloud both our minds and souls. These teachings invite us to reflect deeply. Does the alcohol we consume during moments of leisure or celebration truly uplift us? Does it connect us to the divine or merely create an illusion of freedom? By listening to the wisdom of great masters, we can begin to see alcohol in a new light, not as a simple indulgence, but as a powerful symbol. It challenges us to seek true intoxication, not through fleeting pleasures, but through the awakening of the soul, a soul brimming with light, clarity, and connection, a new perspective, liberation from the cycle. After exploring alcohol's origins, its impact on the energetic body, the illusions it creates, and the spiritual warnings that echo across traditions, we come to the most crucial question. How do we break free? How do we transcend physical, emotional, and spiritual dependency to step into a new way of being? Liberation begins with awareness. The moment we understand alcohol's impact on our body, mind, and spirit, something within us stirs, an awakening. This awareness becomes the first spark of transformation, the starting point for real change. It's the moment we stop acting on autopilot, driven by habit or fleeting pleasures, and begin to question our choices. Why do we reach for alcohol? What are we truly trying to fill? Turning inward, finding the root. Cause the answer often lies in the void we feel inside, a sense of disconnection or emptiness that so many of us carry. Alcohol, like many forms of escapism, offers temporary relief, a mask we wear to hide our pain. But masks always fall off, and when they do, the unresolved struggles remain, waiting to resurface. Through these practices, we begin to heal. Emotional wounds surface, are acknowledged, and dissolve. In this process, we discover a profound truth. The peace we sought externally has always been within us, patiently waiting to be uncovered. Mindfulness and grace, tools for transformation. Different spiritual traditions provide unique paths to liberation. In Buddhism, mindfulness teaches us to observe our impulses without acting on them. Instead of reacting automatically, we learn to pause, breathe, and make conscious choices. Christianity reminds us of the power of divine grace. It teaches that we are never alone in our journey. There is always higher support available for those who sincerely seek it. Ask, and it shall be given to you. The healing power of nature. Another essential step is reconnecting with the natural world. Alcohol disrupts our natural harmony, while time spent in nature restores it. Walking in forests, sitting by the sea, or breathing fresh mountain air purifies not only the body but also the mind and spirit. Nature grounds us, reminding us of life's simplicity and beauty. Its energy helps us release toxins, physical, emotional, and energetic, and rekindles the light within. Gratitude, dissolving the emptiness. Often we turn to alcohol to escape what we perceive as a lacking or unsatisfactory reality. But cultivating gratitude transforms this perception. By appreciating the small, beautiful moments in life, we begin to dissolve the emptiness that drives us toward external substances. Gratitude shifts our focus from what's missing to what's present. It connects us to life's abundance and opens the door to inner peace. You are the master of your consciousness. I know this journey isn't simple, but it begins with one thing: intention. My purpose is to remind you that you are not a slave to anything. You are the master of your consciousness. You don't need any substance to find joy or live a fulfilled life. The power of community liberation doesn't have to be a solitary journey. Surrounding yourself with people who share similar values can be transformative. Spiritual groups, meditation circles, or even supportive conscious friends can offer encouragement and inspiration during challenging times. Self-forgiveness, turning wounds into light. Many people struggle with guilt or shame over their past choices involving alcohol. But as Rumi beautifully said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. Our imperfections and mistakes are not failures. They are lessons, opportunities for growth. Forgiving ourselves is essential for moving forward. Each step of the journey is part of the transformation, and it's through our struggles that we become stronger and more aware. A rebirth of the soul. Breaking free from the cycle of alcohol is more than just giving up a substance. It's about embracing a new way of living, a freer, more aligned existence that reflects your true nature. Visualize this transformation as a tree reborn in spring. After the cold dormancy of winter, its branches come alive with fresh leaves and fruit. So it is with the soul. When we free ourselves from the cycle, we experience a rebirth, a return to vitality, awareness, and connection with the divine essence within us. Alcohol may have cast shadows along your path, but remember, shadows only exist because there is light. By choosing liberation, you choose to walk toward that light, toward your truth. Are you ready to take this step? Are you ready to look beyond what the external world offers and discover the infinite peace, joy, and clarity that has always been within you? Thank you for watching, and may your journey toward the light be one of strength, awareness, and fulfillment.